welcome to your free Spanish lesson. My name is Ingrid Jackson, and I am your Spanish instructor. As you know, this is the second part of a revision that we're doing of everything that you have learned so far. Last week was the first part. Now let's get started. Now we're going to discuss a little bit the alphabet. Now we're not going to go into the whole alphabet. We're just going to go in, and we're going to discuss four letters or sounds that we use in Spanish that are not used in English. And that would be the double L, which we use in the word lluvia, for example, which means rain. And the double L would sound elle, like that. And then we have the CH, and the CH would sound like che, che, like that. And we would use that, of course, like in the word chocolate, or in Spanish, chocolate. Then we also discussed the letter, ñ, which is used in the word mañana, and mañana means tomorrow. And then the double R, and simply that would be the doble R. Now let's go back to the double L just briefly, because the double L you can say doble L or elle, up to you. Now we need to keep in mind these were used in the alphabet in Spanish before. However, the Royal Spanish Academy has dropped a couple of them. So instead of having 29 letters in our alphabet, we have 27. Okay. Now the other two would be what we would call a diagraph. And a diagraph is basically a combination of letters representing a single speech sound, such as EA in wheat or TH in muff, that kind of thing. Okay? So basically, the only letter that you need to worry about from those four in terms of the alphabet is the ñ. That's it. Ñ. That's the only one. So basically, due to these changes, I do not want you to get caught up in all of these other letters. I just want you to worry about the ñ. And then next week, we're going to go over the whole alphabet together. And so you know it as it is now. And this way you don't have to worry about anything else. The other stuff that we discussed, they're just made sounds. That's all it is. Now, so far you have also learned the days of the week. And we'll revise them right now. Lunes. Lunes for Monday. Martes. Martes for Tuesday. Miércoles. Miércoles for Wednesday. Jueves. Jueves for Thursday. Viernes. Viernes for Friday. Sábado. Sábado for Saturday. Domingo. Domingo for Sunday. Another thing that you've learned about, I guess, our culture, all of us that speak Spanish, basically, regardless of the country, when we talk to a superior at work or an elderly person or someone that we do not know, out of respect, we do not talk to them using the word you when referring to them. We actually use thou. So instead of tú, which means you, we use usted, usted. And again, this is done out of respect, and this is done in just every country. It's a Spanish-speaking country. Um, Something else was the numbers. You learned the numbers from 1 through 100. You learned 1 through 10. Then you learn your teens, I guess. And then we learned the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s all the way to 100. And basically, like you do in English, you would just add the 1 through the 9 to make, the double digit numbers, with the exception of the teens. So here we go. 1 through, let's do 1 through 9 first. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve. So that's 1 through 9. So once you have 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on learned, and you can refer to the previous lessons for that, all you need to do is add those numbers to the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and so on, to have 21, 22, 23, 30, 34, like that. Okay. Now we're going to go into from 10 to 19. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, on the screen, what you're seeing are the numbers. If you want to see how it is actually spelled out, again, please refer to the previous lessons. Okay? Now we're going to do 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on, and I'll give you a couple of examples adding the single digit numbers so you can see how you can change it. 20 for 20. So I'm going to start. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So then since you learned the 1 through the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you would say 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and so on. And the same thing with the other numbers. Again, refer to the previous lessons so you can get a more in-depth information on how to go about the numbers. Now, the other thing that you learned was arriba, abajo, adentro, meaning inside, okay, and afuera, outside. So it's arriba, abajo, adentro, inside, afuera. You have also learned a countless amount of words and also several sentences, questions, exclamatory sentences, and things that you can actually use on a daily basis, sentences that you can use on a daily basis, from questions to exclamations to saying hello, what your name is, and many other things. Now, next week, we're going to start with past, present, and future tense. We're going to go a little bit more into the alphabet, and this is going to get more interesting as we go on, because now we're not just going through the basics, we're going in to heavier stuff that will help you grow with your learning. I certainly hope that these 10 weeks have been as fun for you as they have been for me. I look forward to our next chapter together where we can grow and you can learn much more. And me too, I'm learning as we're going along. So that's also fun and enticing. Until next week, I wish you all lots of buena suerte, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.